What is going on, LDN Wrestling fans? Tom Mitchell here, and welcome to episode number 11 of LDN Capital TV. On tonight's card, we have the mysterious international man of mystery, the Dark Lord, going one-on-one against another masked competitor, El Sombra. Then, in our main event, it's the hotshot Joey Scott defending his LDN Capital TV Championship against MBM. This all goes down at the prestigious Third Rock Civic Center in Grays, Essex. That's enough for me. Now let's get down to ringside.
These are dangerous days.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest is set for 1-4 with a 20-minute time limit, and it's the battle of the masked wrestlers. Introducing first from parts unknown, it's the Dark Lord.
Welcome along, folks, to LDN Wrestling Capital TV. Each and every Monday, we are bringing you brand new content from LDN Wrestling, and making his Capital TV debut is the Dark Lord. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Dark Lord, whilst this is his first Capital TV appearance, we have seen the Dark Lord on numerous occasions in LDN Wrestling. His style is very unorthodox, he is very unpredictable, and his violence is off the charts, ladies and gentlemen. The Dark Lord then making his way to the ring. He will be facing another masked competitor, somebody that is not a stranger to LDN Capital TV, and that is, of course, El Sombra, who will be making his second appearance in Capital TV. But he has bitten off a lot in taking on the Dark Lord here. Whilst El Sombra loves the high-flying moves, the Dark Lord will try and ground El Sombra today, and he will try and ensure that El Sombra not only doesn't climb to the top rope, but perhaps does not leave via his own volition. While the Dark Lord making his way to the ring, and ring announcer Steve Litton, long-time MC for LDN Wrestling, slightly scared by Dark Lord's mannerisms as he takes off one mask to reveal an equally scary dark mask. The Dark Lord then making his Capital TV debut here.
Boys and girls, his opponent, hailing from Mexico City, Mexico, please welcome Ultima Sombra.
And here is Ultima Sombra then, El Sombra as he is more commonly known, but Ultima Sombra coming to the ring. We saw Ultima Sombra taking on MBM in Capital TV episode 9 and 10, I believe. But here he comes down to the ring right now. We'll get a good look at his mask this time around. And of course, just keep your eyes peeled, folks, because what we'll see from Ultima Sombra is, of course, that really interesting re-entrance that he makes on the top rope, jumping down into the sliver right there. We're seeing that momentarily, I'm sure. But this will be a really great contest. I think you can already see that El Sombra is asking for the fans to be on his side and against the Dark Lord, which makes perfect sense. And here he comes, and getting the front row at least on there, clapping away and getting them raring to go. As El Sombra then, Ultimo Sombra, taking his... Look at that, that is just bizarre. Sorry folks, his ring entrance has got me all sort of discombobulated here. And watch this, folks, climbing to the top rope now is Ultimo Sombra. There he is on the top rope. Drops down into that sliver and stares directly into the eyes of the Dark Lord. What I was trying to say earlier before I got distracted by El Sombra's face mask is, of course, he's taking his influences from Mexico, from the lucha libre style, and from Purasao, from the Japanese style of wrestling. So you are going to see El Ultimo Sombra coming at the Dark Lord from all different angles. And this will be an interesting one to referee. I'm not sure if there's a common language spoken between the three of these people, the two competitors and the official. But either way, we will see how this one goes. And I think you're going to be in for some high-flying action, but also you're going to be in for an element of violence that the Dark Lord brings that perhaps we haven't seen before on LDN Capital TV. Starting off there, really tried to go from right off the bat, but Sombra then coming up firing with some right forearms then has got the Dark Lord in the corner. Without seeing the Dark Lord's face, without seeing El Sombra's face, it's difficult to know just how hurt these guys are going to be from these opening exchanges, of course, so early on in the match. But Sombra then ducks under a clothesline, adjusts his grip, big slap to the chest. This is one of those times where Ultimo Sombra will try to climb. Middle, he's on the top rope. Such eloquent, such balance. Walks out to the middle of the top rope. Jumps down and throws a beautiful arm drag right there. Followed by a drop kick which caught Dark Lord on the side of the face. Well, folks, again, I just want to thank you for tuning in. I am Reginald Kensington III. Tom Mitchell and I are very proud each and every week to bring you LDN Capital TV. But, folks, we are at 2.9k subscribers. Oh, and look at that, the Dark Lord then having El Sombra landing right on top of him from the ring apron. As of right now, we are just short of 3,000 subscribers, and as I have been mentioning in our most recent videos, folks, when we reach 3,000 subscribers, we will bring you, the LDN Wrestling fans, an exclusive interview with an LDN wrestler of your choosing. So in the comments of this video, not only should you subscribe, which we'll talk more about later, but let's pull a big boot to the face there from the Dark Lord. But in the comments of this section, folks, please write in who you would like to see featured, an exclusive one-on-one interview that we will publish here on our LDM Wrestling YouTube page. Well, we have the Dark Lord now choking out Ultima Sombra after hitting that beautiful, devastating pump kick. And this is what I was talking about with the Dark Lord. He is going to bring this level of violence, throwing to the hardwood floor outside Ultima Sombra. And look at this. Now he's chasing down the referee. This is the unpredictableness of the Dark Lord. But if I was the Dark Lord, I'd focus more on what's going on outside the ring than what is going on inside the ring. Whips him into the buckle there, or whips him into the post, and Dark Lord was reversed, and Dark Lord himself went into the post. Didn't quite take all of it. Sombra then taking his sweet time in getting around and enabling then a battered Dark Lord. But again, the face of Dark Lord taking the punishment, but without seeing what the Dark Lord can offer, it's very, very difficult from a facial perspective to know just how hurt he is. And the Dark Lord recovering right here, lifts him up, drops him face first onto the ring apron. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the hardest part of the ring. Referee administering a count out right now as both men are on the outside. Oh my goodness, a snapmare roll onto the hardwood floor right here at the Thurrock Civic Center in Grays. And the Dark Lord then, oh dear, what has he got planned? It looks like he has a chair now. Oh, he's moving the chair out the way. Maybe he's got something planned for that a little later on. But the Dark Lord then stalking his prey. Ultima Sombra then brought over to the chair and right to our ring announcer's table. This could be very, very dangerous. Oh, slammed onto the ring table. And now he's sitting himself into that chair. The Dark Lord then working again onto the table, and that is right by the ring bell. You may have heard the ring bell then as the head of Ultima Sombra landing in that ring bell. Oh boy, Dark Lord then is thrown into the table himself. A little taste of his own medicine from Ultima Sombra. And Ultima Sombra then really working here to try and find how to get back into this bout. Rolls Dark Lord back into the ring. Sombra then looking perhaps for a high-flying move. This could be devastating. Oh, but he comes into the ring instead because the Dark Lord transitioned over to the far corner, moving away so that he couldn't get to him. But now Sombra onto the top rope and trying to open up the Dark Lord with some punches here. Oh, waiting for that number 10. Oh, but he got caught right, coming down on that number 10, and it looked like Sombra then came down hard, and it could be a twist of an ankle there. He's sort of favoring that leg a little bit right there as the Dark Lord then seemingly might have found a window to exploit, and there it is again, folks. This looks like a serious injury. Ultima Sombra unable to stand, and the Dark Lord now working away, going back to that chokehold. After a kick to the head, the mask not providing too much protection for Ultima Sombra then. And now we're in a reverse chin lock right there, picking him up. Working him all the way up there, and Sombra then trying to get free, but Dark Lord not allowing him to do so. Picks him up into that cravat lock, turns him into a snapmare. Oh, and look at him resting the knee right on the head of Ultima Sombra right there. The Dark Lord, devastating at times when he decides to pick a spot to work through. Oh, but look at this. Sombra then coming back with a chop of his own, seemingly somewhat recovery from that leg, but the Dark Lord kicking out. Irish whip attempt, reverse, Dark Lord takes the post. Oh, and the Sombra comes in with a beautiful flying forearm and a nice enziguri into the corner. Rolls the Dark Lord through, and Sombra then finally, it seemed, able to get up to that top rope. Finally able to use some of this high-flying offense that we have seen in the past from him. Crossbody, beautifully done. Hooks of the leg. And this is, just a 2 count Folks, I thought that was going to be all over, but Ultima Sombra then just a 2 count right there. And now Sombra then thinking, what else does he have to do to potentially vanquish the Dark Lord? Oh no, the Dark Lord picks him up into a fireman's carry. Oh my goodness, rolling all the way over. Just a 2 count right there. The Dark Lord with that rolling crutch drove, driving him side of his body into the mat there. And then another desperation cover. Dark Lord desperation covers here, just trying to wind the cardiovascular system of Ultima Sombra. And now the Dark Lord, don't put your hands on the referee, Dark Lord. Do not do it. It will mean a fine. And the Dark Lord then not placing his hands on the official, thankfully. Now the Dark Lord picks him up into that fireman's carry. Could we be seeing a second rolling drive? No, instead Sombra skips out of it, picks him up, drops him into that Sombra drop right there. And now Sombra then, Ultima Sombra going up to the top rope. Ladies and gentlemen, Sombra from the top rope is devastating. What are we going to see from the masked man? Oh no, the Dark Lord sits up. Oh dear. And now moving him out the way, off the ropes. Oh, missing that kick almost there. Sombra still on the top rope. Dark Lord thinking he's got to do it again and make contact this time. And there it is. And Sombra then wiggling and facing the middle of the ring right here as the Dark Lord picks him up for a suplex. Oh, Sombra then coming back. Oh, I think the Dark Lord is regretting that first kick that he missed, because Sombra then is able to get up onto that top rope. Ribbit, frog splash. Victory for Ultima Sombra. What a great way to finish that match off with a beautiful frog splash and his first win in LDN Capital TV for Ultima Sombra. Well, folks, there you go. Ultima Sombra with a big victory today. Coming up next, folks, in our main event is an LDN Capital TV Championship match with the man who defeated Ultima Sombra in their last contest, MDM, getting a Capital TV Championship opportunity against the hotshot Joey Scott. Well, folks, it is main event time, and it is time for the hotshot Joey Scott to make his way to the ring. His opponent, MDM, already in the ring, the man from Brussels in Belgium. And folks, this is set to be a great main event tonight. Thank you again for joining us here on LDN Wrestling Capital TV. If you have yet to subscribe, there is a red box on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Please go and click that red box that says subscribe. Please click on the bell in the top right-hand corner of your screen. That will enable notifications so that you get updates every time LDN drops new and classic content onto our YouTube page. And folks, we are on the hunt for 3,000 subscribers. So if you have yet to subscribe, please do so. But also, as a reward for your subscribing, we will be putting together an interview with an LDN wrestler of your choice. So in the comments of this video, please write down who you would like to see interviewed. You can go back into LDN's library and take on some LDN classical wrestlers. We can try and get hold of some of the World of Sport era wrestlers that have appeared in many LDN shows.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the LDN Capital Championship and belt. Introducing first the challenger on my left from Brussels in Belgium, MDM. I'm going to say it again. They didn't like you the first time. The challenger, MDM.
Okay. I don't think that. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent on my right hails from Redditch in the West Midlands. He's the current reigning LDN Capital Champion. Please welcome Joey Scott.
Reigning Capital TV champion, and he will be defending that belt right here against MDM, and this is going to be an interesting contest. A clash of styles perhaps from these two, with Joey Scott loving to fly off the ropes and MDM loving that ground game. Very good grappler, very good mat-based wrestler is the Belgian, but Joey Scott is no stranger to mat-based wrestling with a beautiful head spring, beautiful cartwheel, and a reversal of the wrist lock. Nicely done then from the hot shot, the champion, the defending champion, Joey Scott. MDM then breaking the ropes. Oh wait, goes for a front flip and turns that into a headlock right there. Very interesting use of the ropes right there. Folks, if you are enjoying what you are seeing, and if you are a regular viewer of LDN Capital TV, we do encourage you to visit ldnwrestling.com. That is your opportunity to find out when LDN wrestlers are going to be in a town or city near you. LDN tours the length and breadth of the United Kingdom, and Joey Scott then with some fantastic acrobatics right there and a beautiful diva style pin, just getting a 2 count. But did you see Joey Scott then with a front and back leapfrog, catching MDM underneath him on both occasions, and then lifts himself up and over, and a beautiful back handspring there from Joey Scott. Back body drop from MDM. Welcome to Great Britain to the Belgian then, and that was a welcome issued perfectly by the hotshot Joey Scott. Oh, we're going to see Joey Scott do something fantastic right here. He's building this up. He runs all the way across the ring, and he flies through with a suicida dive through the middle rope. Joey Scott then getting a lot of adulation from this crowd. We've said it before and we'll say it again. Some places in the United Kingdom do not like Joey Scott. Other places, such as the Civic Centre here in Grays, love Joey Scott. And here we go then, Joey Scott taking it to MDM on the outside, putting him up on that. Looks like he's got his head. He's going to drive it into the side of the ring. Yes, he does. And MDM then rocked by that. Second time for asking, just for good measure. And it looks like he's going to throw him into the crowd. Nope, he turns him back and throws him directly into the ring with Joey Scott right there climbing on board. Oh, he tried to drive through, and MDM catches him with a kick to the side of the head, and that really did rock Joey Scott. Quick pinfall there. MDM, oh, I saw that, MDM. Just like the way you beat Ultima Sombra a couple of weeks ago, you just tried to put your foot on the rope to beat Joey Scott and take the Capital TV Championship. Well, that's not going to happen today, folks, because the referee has been warned of MDM's exploits in the previous encounter. Different referee, of course, tonight compared to the last encounter, but right here, MDM is on top and hits that reverse chin lock on there, doubles up with the nice grip underneath the chin. Referee checking for a choke. It's not there. He's driving that chin right up into the head of Joey Scott. Joey Scott then powering up through there, trying to get a break in this hold. He breaks the hold now. Joey Scott hits the ropes, builds up some momentum. Oh, but MDM with a flying elbow goes for the pinfall. Just a 2 count. Well, just a 2 count right there. MDM back on top. And here we go. Look at this choke. Look at that choke from MDM. Still on the ropes then is hotshot Joey Scott. MDM on the back of the head now of Joey Scott. Winds up a right hand. Joey Scott saw it coming. Joey Scott firing back with a couple of rights of his own. Goes for an Irish whip. MDM gets the reversal. MDM drops his head for a sunset flip. And there it is. Joey Scott gets the sunset flip. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. It was MDM dropping for a back body drop. Joey Scott hit the sunset flip, and MDM jumps out of the pinfall with a 2 count and drives straight into the stomach of the hotshot Joey Scott. MDM then, oh wait, what's he doing now? MDM has such a disregard for the rules that he was going to try and take the top turnbuckle off. The referee correctly saw it in there, and then MDM turns around, pokes the eyes of Joey Scott, and then drives him into the corner and starts choking him into the corner. I mean, this is just, oh, and look at that kick of the ropes then as the rope drives up onto the hamstring and of Joey Scott, and now MDM with the leg, bringing himself back into the ring, waving goodbye. It looks like we're about to have a brand new Capital TV champion as MDM flies in with that Belgian uppercut. MDM with another Irish whip. He's throwing Joey Scott from pillar to post. Joey Scott, Banderas over outside to the ring, lands on the ring apron. What are we going to see here from Joey Scott? He's got that right hand cocked. Joey Scott, up, springboard. Oh, he missed. MDM fires a right. Joey Scott over. Oh, what a middle rope moonsault there from Joey Scott. This is the high-flying technique and style of the hot shot. Throws a right hand. Joey Scott with a beautiful chop right here. This is Joey Scott's best offense in this entire match. MDM then again dropping for that back body drop. This time a missile drop kick by Joey Scott. Nips back up to his feet. MDM is in the corner, seemingly defenseless. Joey Scott drives in with a beautiful forearm. Butterfly hook. Butterfly suplex right there from Joey Scott. Goes for a cover. What a defense, folks. Oh, just a 2 count though. I thought Joey Scott had that match won with that butterfly suplex, but this has been fantastic offense over the last couple of minutes from the hot shot Joey Scott. He's got that right hand cocked and ready. Could he be firing up with another right hand to MDM? Oh, he went for a discus punch. MDM went for a cutter. Ducked underneath. MDM with a forearm, and Joey Scott is down, and it looks like MDM threw everything he had at Joey Scott right there, as MDM is also down on the ground. Both men are up. MDM charges. Joey Scott gets the boot up. Joey Scott's on the middle rope. MDM in the middle of the ring. Oh, to the top rope. Oh, MDM with a beautiful cutter. This is all over. So close right there from MBM. Now, folks, a lot of you have been asking me what MBM stands for. It's a very interesting, very good question that you're asking. And I've got to be honest, of all my wrestling journalistic experience, nobody knows what MBM stands for. But MBM now, I know what he stands for in the ring. He stands for winning bouts. And he's got Joey Scott on that top rope as MBM is climbing to the middle rope. MBM with an overhook. He could be hitting a suplex right here on the hot shot, Joey Scott. But Scott then fighting back, unwilling to go for that suplex. Joey Scott, oh, a headbutt right there, and MBM is rocked. MBM is down, and ladies and gentlemen, Joey Scott is up on the top rope. The hot shot with shooting star press. Fantastic defense of the LDN Capital TV Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a great defense of the Capital Championship from Joey Scott. A valiant effort from MBM, but it wasn't to be, folks, as the man from Brussels can go back to Belgium with a tail in between his legs. But from Tom Mitchell and myself, Reginald Kensington III, thank you so much for joining us here on LDN Capital TV episode 11. Make sure that you enable notifications and make sure that you subscribe. You could be our 3,000th subscriber, and ensure that you suggest which wrestler you would like to see interviewed as a reward for getting to 3,000 subscribers, folks. We will be bringing you brand new content each and every Monday and classic content throughout the week here on LDN Wrestling on YouTube. But folks, once again, from me, Reginald Kensington III, from ringside, and from Joey Scott, your Capital Champion, we will see you next time. This is LDN Wrestling. We are British and proud. LDNWrestling.com. Thank you and good night.